Alright, welcome back to another video. I have been sent out this group set to have a look at. It is the L-TWOO group set from China. Windspace New Zealand have kindly sent this to me to do a little bit of a review on, and I can chuck it on this spare team mic Windspace that I have. So we're going to have a quick look at it. There's been a few videos on YouTube of it, but we're actually going to take it out and do some decent rides on it and actually see how it goes. So first things first, this is an 11-speed hydraulic mechanical group set. In New Zealand it is $750, $695 Australian and 460 USD. So it is super cheap. In comparison, in New Zealand, my Ultegra DR2 group set without cranks is $4,350. Comes in a pretty substantial box, like no different to the box you'd get any like Shimano bits in. It's got a magnet at the bottom, it's always nice and flash. And then this is what you get when you open it. Pretty nice presentation, to be honest, considering this is straight out of China. So obviously you got your shifters, your rear derailleur, your front derailleur, and your brake calipers, and then a whole load of bits in here as well. And that is pretty much everything in the box. So these are the shifters here. Obviously right hand side, rear derailleur. It's got a weird little shift knob up the top on the side, kind of like Campagnolo. It's almost got like a SRAM feel to it on the long shifter, but that's kind of a first impressions of what it looks like. It's pretty tidy. It does feel a little bit heavy compared to like the Shimano ones. But yeah, no, pretty good build quality, and like the actual gripper on it feels pretty nice as well. And then obviously that's the same for the left hand side. Rear derailleur has put a bit of weight towards it. It feels very industrial. It looks like it's not going to break or anything. It's going to be really strong, but yeah, it does feel pretty heavy, but yeah, that's there. Front derailleur is actually fairly light. I'd say this is fairly similar to like the 105 front derailleur in the weight, and it even looks pretty similar as well. So yeah, pretty impressed with that. And brakes both already come with the hoses and stuff connected, which is pretty cool. So this one's obviously the front with this less cable, and then that is your rear. Just black with the chrome writing is pretty cool. Like, it's a pretty decent looking group set considering for the price. So yeah, pretty interested to see what it's going to actually be like, and especially because it's hydraulic. I'm pretty sure this is the first hydraulic group set that ever came out of China. You can buy it on like AliExpress and everything, or you can get it through a few of the wholesalers and stuff around the world. But yeah, the goal is we're going to build it on this spare team bike we got. We got the Windspace T1500. We're going to go fully integrated as well, so we're going to integrate the bars and stem and everything into here, and yeah, see how it rides. Alright, I've got the shifters installed, everything ready to go there. I got the front brake on, I got the front mech on, I got the rear mech on, and I've had no problems up until this stage except for putting on the rear brake. So basically when you're building a road bike, the front brake, the distance between the two bolts is different to the rear. The two bolts in here are quite close together, whereas the other ones are quite far apart. And both the brakes they've given us are the ones for far apart. So they come with all of these little spacer kits. So you've got that for if you want to put on a 180 or 160 rotor for the front and the rear, you get both of those. And then I had to put on the 140 one for the front, and then I'm also going to have to put this one on the back. So what you have to do, is you have to put this onto here, and you have to bolt it together with these small bolts on the far end, and then it gives you two narrow bolts there that will eventually go into the frame, into there through these long ones here. So it's kind of a little bit of a rigmarole trying to get it going, but it will work eventually. But yeah, obviously that's not conventional. Like when you do it on a normal road bike or with a Shimano group set, it's just the right spacing. Like I've never had it where it's just the wrong spacing, but I guess it is handy. Comes with all the bits and stuff, so we'll get that installed now. Alright, and that's about as far as I'm going to get today with this build. The rest of it we will do at the shop. But yeah, the shifters look pretty tidy. They've got quite a big hood face to them. Like obviously the old Shimano ones are very small, and even the new ones are slowly getting bigger and bigger like the SRAM ones, but these are very, very, very big. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It could be quite good. But yeah, other than that, it feels like it shifts quite nicely. It feels quite nice in the hand. Everything seems to work quite well. It's got the right amount of clicks, which is nice. It also seems to have like 2 little bits here in this top one. So I guess you could use that as like a sprint one when you're down the drops, and then you use this one when you're on top of the hoods, and vice versa on this side as well. And then yeah, other than that, we got the front brake on, the front mech on, the rear mech, and the rear brake is finally on as well. We just had to put that little plate in there as well, but it's all working good, and that's on there. But yeah, that's kind of all we're going to get up to today. I came with this bag of bolts and stuff, and there's pretty much everything you could possibly need in here. A whole bunch of spare parts and bolts, and every type of different frame should be able to work with all these bolts, which is pretty handy. There's nothing worse than getting a group set and then having to go to like the engineer or something to make it work. But yeah, that's pretty much as far as we're going to get today. So let me know in the comments what you think of the group set. I think for the price and everything that I can see at the moment, obviously I can't actually ride it, but everything that like the build quality and stuff feels really, really good. Like very good for $750, which is pretty crazy. So I'm interested to get this built up. So the next video on this, I'll have the whole thing built and ready, and we're going to take it for a first ride. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video and you're enjoying the new content, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're almost at 20,000 subs.